Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk to you about two things. First off, you can see it on the screen, Halo Infinite has been delayed until 2021. There are a few different things in this little message, but it's mainly pointing at they need to ensure the team has adequate time to deliver a Halo game experience that meets our vision. And obviously it was going to be it was one of Xbox's gems. They put it was the first thing they showcased at an event. So obviously for Halo fans, I was looking forward to it. It didn't look amazing in the gameplay, but this is a new game, it's a new experience. So obviously a little bit frustrating that it's been delayed, but if they do manage to make it more crisp and polished and everything, and they're squashing bugs, and they said a couple of things about audio and gameplay and stuff, and it will look better when it's the final product. So as long as they keep working on it and they bring us a fully working game, then I don't have a problem with it at all. Next up is the big one. Xbox Series X launches this November with thousands of games spanning 4 generations. What I have in my head is that it's going to release on the 22nd of November. The only reason I say that specific date is because both the Xbox One and the 360 consoles initially launched on that date as well. I don't see why they would go with a different date other than the 22nd. Just purely based off the fact that the previous 2 consoles have both released on that same date. And then scrolling down it says, today we announced updates to Halo Infinite's launch timing. Our vision at Xbox and 343 Industries has always been to deliver the most ambitious Halo game ever for our fans, while also balancing the team's well-being. To do that, we will need some more time to finish the critical work necessary to launch Halo Infinite, which will come in 2021. Absolutely no time frame for it. I personally don't believe we're going to see it within the first quarter of the year. That's just my personal thoughts. It does, however, continue to say, we have plenty to keep you busy until Chief arrives. There will be thousands of games to play spanning 4 generations when the Series X launches globally this November, and over 100 optimized for Series X titles, built to take full advantage of our most powerful console, are planned for this year. And with brand new console features like hardware accelerated DirectX ray tracing, frame rates up to 120 frames per second, faster loading times, and quick resume for multiple games, playing will look and feel better no matter which games you choose to play on day one. When it states frame rates up to 120 frames per second, that is not up to Microsoft, it is all up to the developers whether they want to release their game with high frame rates. I believe Dirt 5, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, and I believe Destiny 2 will play at 120 FPS, but I believe games like Assassin's Creed Valhalla is going to be locked to 30. So it all comes down to the developers and whether they want to release their game at 30, 60, 120, it's entirely up to them. More than 50 new games planned for this year across generations and optimized for Series X, including Assassin's Creed Valhalla, Dirt 5, Gears Tactics, Yakuza Like a Dragon and Watch Dogs Legion. With smart delivery, you only have to buy these games once to play the best versions for your console across generations. New games developed for Series X and launching with Game Pass, including exclusives like The Medium, Scorn, Tetris Effect Connected, and more. In my personal opinion, I don't like that they're doing Tetris nowadays. Tetris is an old game. But at the same time, you can't really complain because if you have Game Pass, if you have Game Pass Ultimate, you can play all of these games for free. So instead of you not having content to play on your favourite game, you can go download any of these other games. Game Pass is a good feature. It can be seen as a fairly expensive membership or subscription, but you do get a lot of value out of the money you spend, because even if you pay the full price directly from Microsoft, I believe it's £11 a month, that does total £132 a year, but that's your Xbox Live Gold, so that's your membership to play online, and that's hundreds of different games. If you just have the typical Xbox game prices now, or the console game prices now, if it's a AAA game, they're £60 a pop. So 2 of those games is going to be £120, whereas you get to play hundreds of them for just £11 a month. It's fairly expensive when you look at it as you're paying a subscription, but then it's not expensive when you think of the value you get out of Game Pass. More than 40 popular games newly optimized to take full advantage of the Series X, such as Destiny 2, Forza Horizon 4, Gears 5, Ori and the Will of the Wisps, Madden, NFL 21 and more. A shared library of great games through Xbox Game Pass. Hundreds of devs are at work on new games. You get a lot of cool games in the Game Pass. I've seen NBA 2K20, Just Cause 4. There are a lot of titles that end up on the Game Pass. Some of them do get released like a year after they were launched, but some of them do come out directly when the game launches. Gears 5, for example. It basically carries on in that paragraph to talk about it, and then beginning September 15th, Game Pass Ultimate members will also be able to play more than 100 games from the cloud on their Android phone or tablet, if you just own Game Pass Ultimate. Also, if you own Ultimate and you have a PC, it's a subscription to Xbox Live, so you can play Game Pass for PC. You get things like Microsoft Flight Sims coming out very soon. You've got Age of Empires, I believe, 2 Definitive Edition. And there are more to come. There's a lot more than what I've mentioned as well. It's just literally going off the top of my head. Play thousands of games across 4 generations of content. Playing your favourite games and franchises across 4 generations was a key tenet for us in the next generation of console gaming. So you've got your original Xbox games, hopefully Midtown Madness is one of those, Xbox 360 games and Xbox One games. Then it just carries on to say that they're developing new innovations that can be applied and blah blah blah, and you're going to have resolutions up to 4K, new HDR, so on and so forth, and then there's just a load of recommended stuff. There's also something here, you are the future of gaming, your games will look and play best, blah blah blah. What I'm going to do is leave this linked in the description, but I thought I'd get a video out to let you guys know that unfortunately Halo Infinite's been delayed until next year, but we do have a release time frame of the Series X, and I'm going to guess it's going to be the 22nd of November to tie in with the 2 previous generations of consoles. But on that note, we're going to leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.